Welcome back, everyone, as we continue to journey through the Magma hideout. Where did all these tanks come from? I don't know. I guess they have people like Hydra backing them, this Team Magma.
Hail Hydra.
Cut off one head, 2 more take its place. Oh man, I just had a really weird thought in regards to that. What happens if you cut off a Team Magma guy's head and then 2 heads take its place, but one of them is a Magma and one of them's Aqua?
Whoa.
They literally rip each other apart. Like, no, I cannot subscribe to your beliefs. Well, I can't subscribe to your beliefs. They do everything they possibly can. Like, they literally isolate one half and the other one gets to hear all of the rhetoric. But it just doesn't work, Alex. It doesn't work at all. All right, so welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. So, as people can obviously tell, and I'm already getting a lot of comments about it, I am way behind Alex. Alex is at the Elite Four, and I am taking care of Team Magma and Team Aqua. And before people jump down my throat, it's supposed to be this way. There's more story in Emerald than there is in Leaf Green.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's a more basic story in Leaf Green. But that's all right, because we're going to continue going, and it's going to be awesome, and we're going to finish things out, even though I really want... I'm not even going to lie to people, I really want to finish in the Elite Four, just because it's already been so hectic trying to get Pokemon out this time. And Alex can attest to this, just because we have to have that we have to add that day to be able to put out Leaf Green and Emerald, so you guys can get it.
Arm thrust. So
I will admit, like, I would love to be able to just stop at the Elite Four, but there is bonus content. We'll cover as much of it as we possibly can, and you guys can look forward to that. In the meantime, though, since you guys ask for it so much, I have a story for you.
Oh, really?
I have a baby story.
Oh, come on, Adam. Nobody cares.
I have a baby story, and you guys are going to like it, actually, because it's kind of hilarious. So this actually just barely happened last week, where we kind of had a stressful day where both of our kids were having issues, and so I decided to take our oldest daughter with me to go and do some grocery shopping. And in the middle of the grocery shopping, I'm trying to teach her words, because she's getting to a point where, like, we're trying to teach her some active words so she can start talking to us. Even Alex is kind of joining in this fight.
Yeah.
You know, like, trying to teach words. And it just so happened that she had just barely taught herself the word 6. And yeah, you haven't heard the story yet.
No.
So she knew the word 6 and knew, like, how to say it and got proper praise for it. So we tried to teach her some new sounds. And in particular, I actually tried to teach her the sound E. E. And this is how you do it as a parent, guys. You teach them through the sounds, and then eventually they kind of start forming the words. And so she got that, and I'm like, yay, good for you, and you figured out how to say E. And so at that point, we're moving down the store, and she starts experimenting, which I'm, like, you want to encourage as a parent. You want that to happen, and it's like, E, 6, and just having her do all of the sounds that she knows how to do. Well, we got an experiment that I didn't expect to happen, and was, yeah, kind of a parenting moment. As she started saying 6, 6, E, sex,
whoa.
Sex.
Whoops.
And as soon as she discovers a new word, you kind of know this, Alex, she will scream it at the top of her lungs because she likes the attention.
Yeah.
And so in the middle of the milk area, it's like milk and ice cream and eggs and everything like that. It's like the dairy area. All of a sudden, at the top of her lungs, she decides to scream, sex! 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 And Alex, you're not a parent, so I need to describe this to you. At this moment, I immediately become aware of everybody around me. And all of the people around me are moms with kids.
That's the point. You
now,
look them in the eye and say, it's just a word, people. She's 3 years old. Get over it.
Now, to the credit of 2 of those moms, one of them kind of like covered their mouth like You know, like they were trying to keep the chuckle in.
Yeah.
By the way, ground. What was the Magma one? Was that the Cockney one? This blue orb is what you sought, wasn't it, Governor? I brought you the blue orb. I did. Let it shine and awaken you, and show me the full extent of your power. You will. Oh crap! Blue screen.
Blue screen of death. My immortal enemy. Is everything okay here? Okay, good.
Yeah, unfortunately it cuts things out. I'm not sure why. Sorry, guys. Groudon, what's wrong? Wasn't the blue orb the key? It was. Groudon, where have you gone?
Too much blue energy.
Too much blue
Oh, so it was you with all the blue energy. I've seen you poking around uninvited here and there, I have. I get it now. You must have pulled a cheap stunt, you did. And there you go. Now we have to face off against Maxie. Anyway.
Oh, by the way, you got a comment.
Yay! Don't read it.
Oh, okay.
I will read it later. So, yeah. To the credit of two of the moms. One of which covered up their own mouth and laughed. I'm pretty sure they were laughing.
Yeah.
Kids didn't care. Like, these were moms with kids. Kids didn't care. The second mom literally passed by us while she was doing this and just kind of gave like a little smirky grin.
Yeah.
Like she understood.
Okay.
Three other moms in there gave me the evilest of eyes. And he's like, "What are you teaching your daughter?" Like, she came up with it on her own. And of course, like, part of me as her dad is like, I'm so proud of her right now. She actually figured out a different word on her own. But I can't show that right now because the word's inappropriate. And she doesn't know that. So we went through the store, and this was her favorite word now, Alex. Like, every aisle we went to, and every person who gave her any kind of compliment, her first word out of her mouth was sex.
Sex. How about sex?
So, like, this old lady would come up and go, "Aren't you just the most darling thing? Sex!" Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and walk away now. And this happens numerous times. Even when we checked out, we got like a woman in probably her late 40s, early 50s. He's like, "Oh, aren't you just the most precious thing? Sex!" It's like, yeah.
Like, sorry.
Yeah, like in my head, I'm like, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
You're sorry at that moment because, you know, at that moment it's kind of embarrassing. But you'll be happy to know that the end of the story is, Alex, that we got home and she got the biggest hug ever.
Oh.
Because she figured out a whole new word. It's just that it probably wasn't the most appropriate thing.
Sex, it's something we all do. We're all humans.
But
she's 3 years old.
But here's the thing that you need to look at it from this perspective, guys. She doesn't know that she's saying a different word. She thinks she's still saying six.
Yeah.
But it's just coming out as sex because that's the easier thing to have happen. But yes, my daughter officially knows the word sex. How do I feel about that? Like I want to build a dungeon. But yes, this officially happened, and it's too many I mean, the first thing I did was I told Andrea, and Andrea laughed her butt off. She thought it was hilarious.
It's pretty cute.
even Arya's grandma thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So there you go. I have a baby story for people that's embarrassing to both me as well as to well, it's not really embarrassing to my kid because my kid didn't care.
She just thought it was funny.
No, yeah, she didn't care, and the only thing that she walked away from this is that she got a new word and she got some cars in the process. Yes, for some reason my kid likes cars. I didn't know this until the teachers told us.
She's gonna be a gearhead.
We're kind of wondering about that, like, because your dad is technically the car junkie.
Yeah.
So at that point, we're kind of wondering, is she gonna go down that path?
Well, you know, whatever she picks, she picks. You know, she'll probably. I'm
just gonna say, like, I'm not gonna be surprised officially now if I come over one of these times and her hands are covered in oil. There has to be some reason why Groudon fled, he did. That's what you're trying to say, aren't you? But you're silent protagonist, so you can't say a damn thing. You think I didn't know that? You did. With Groudon gone, there's no longer any need for this blasted volcano. There isn't. I'm going after Groudon, so this is where we part. Smoke bomb. Except not. for some reason he flashes us, and it's all done. So there you go. Now that this is technically the finishing of the Magma hideout, because we don't need to go, or once you get to Maxi, then it's pretty much you're making your way out. And thankfully, it's not an area where we can get random encounters. Otherwise, I might cry a little bit on the inside.
Oh my god, I'm looking at YouTube right now. Looking at the homepage, I see this thumbnail. Netflix Castlevania, Trevor's famous words and friends, and the thumbnail is him flipping the bird.
Is it?
Yes.
I think I've seen this thumbnail. I think it's Alucard.
Oh, it's Alucard. Yeah.
Is he blonde or is he brown hair?
Blonde, it looks like.
Yeah, that'd be Alucard.
Okay, but still...
Which, by the way, is hilarious. Because apparently that's actually taken from the series. So, I don't know. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
This is why I don't want... This is a couple things. I don't want Adi Shankar anywhere near The Legend of Zelda because of this. And this is why I'm not excited about more Netflix quote-unquote anime.
I'm not there with you. I like Knights of Sidonia, so at that point I'm willing to give them a shot.
Knights of Sidonia is not a Netflix original. It's something Netflix has the rights to. There's a difference.
Well, and I also like Godzilla.
Again, something that Netflix has the rights to, not something they're producing.
Okay, so if we're going down your line, I like Castlevania. I agree with you that I don't trust Adi Shankar with Zelda, but I like Castlevania. I think he's done a good job with it. So I guess we'll have to agree to disagree on that one, I suppose.
What, are they creating something?
Well, the story is basically, and people wanted to know our opinion on it, so we're talking about it anyway. Apparently Adi is in talks to make a Legend of Zelda series for Netflix. And so a lot of people are basically... This is actually one of those few times where I've been kind of proud that there's been a straight 50-50 cut of people either not loving the idea because of what he's done with Castlevania, or not really thinking that that the way he does things will work for Zelda. And that's kind of where I'm at, is that Adi, I don't think, is going to be respectful to the character of Link, as well as to the intentions of the Zelda franchise.
Yeah, I don't trust him either with that.
And that's my issue with it. I think he's been I think he's been as respectable as he can be with Castlevania, but Castlevania is way darker than Zelda. So at that point, he can go down that turn, and it makes sense for him to do so. But I'm not expecting Adi Shankar to go lighthearted anytime soon, and he would need to do Zelda.
I don't think you need to be lighthearted. You just need to be honest with it.
What I'm saying basically is, and I said it in the podcast, I'll say it here. I do not want Link as an anti-hero. I do not want it. If that's what you give me, I will not watch.
Yeah. So you want him to be, say, I don't know, like his Breath of the Wild persona, the calm, stoic hero.
Well, that's Link. That's Link all around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what you'd like out of it. Is, say, more like
just hero.
Calm, stoic hero. That's fine.
Romney came up with a really cool idea of basically like not even doing Link and instead doing kind of an origin story for Ganondorf. That would be pretty cool, and I might be okay with that from Adi Shankar, but that is intentionally supposed to be a dark story.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm okay with it. But the problem is that if you give him the rights to Zelda, who are the characters he's going to want to have?
Link and Zelda.
Link and Zelda.
Yeah.
Our boss is here. He's off to check a submarine. And I'm still locked out of this place. Okay. Thankfully, though, this does give you the hint that of what you need to do. You actually need to go to Slateport City to be able to get the Aqua emblem to get in there. But yeah, that's kind of my viewpoint on the matter. I know a lot of people are excited for the fact that, oh my gosh, a Legend of Zelda TV series might actually happen.
And
I've never been, especially with modern day Hollywood. I'm not excited for that at all.
That's why I say it shouldn't be in Hollywood. It should be done in Japan. People who actually get the story.
I don't even trust the anime studios as much as you do to be able to do it, because the problem is that they like writing anti-heroes too.
Not always. It depends on the show.
It depends on the show, but like I'm not interested in having a Legend of Zelda 300 episode shonen.
Well,
and all of the good heroes, like the heroes that Link should be, are in shonen. In my perception, I can't think of anybody outside of shonen that doesn't have some kind of a weird anti-twist to them.
You can do You can do a shonen anime that's not 5,000 episodes, you know? Not every shonen is at a shonen jump.
You can, but it's Zelda, dude. People are gonna want to milk it.
I think 24 episodes is perfectly good enough.
But you're not the one making it.
I know.
That's what I'm saying, is that, like, not Funimation, but, like, let's just throw out a studio here. Bones.
Bones would be good.
Other studios like that.
What studio?
They're literally going to look at this and go, I'm not saying that the animators are going to look at it this way, but the executives are going to look at it and go, something we can milk. Something we can milk. Something we can make 500 plus episodes with. And that's my problem. I don't want a 500 episode Zelda series.
I don't... To be honest, I really doubt... Even though it is Zelda, even though it's a big title, I doubt you're going to get 500 episodes.
I hope so, but my worry is that that's what the industry would try and do, is try and milk that cow for as much as they possibly can.
I think the most... I don't want to say truly the most, but I'd say as a first season goes, it would probably be it'd either be a 12 episode or a 24 episode. Just as a first series goes. And if the series did become like really popular, then yeah, it might happen. It's hard because the industry is very fickle right now. It's like a lot of shows still only get that kind of 12 to 24 treatment. Like, original stuff is always in that 12, usually. There's exceptions, but... Yeah,
but my problem is, again, this is a series with a lot of potential to be able to milk it out, and so executives are going to look at this and go, milk it for all it's worth. And that's the sad reality here. That's what I don't like, is that there's a potential to be able to do that. And already I'm worried, like, even with a 12 episode treatment, I don't know if I want it focused on Link or Zelda, because you're gonna wreck the character.
I don't think so.
I wish I could be as optimistic.
Breath of the Wild did pretty damn good, and that was...
it was a game.
I know, but yeah. I'm just saying, if you think of the template set by Breath of the Wild as far as storytelling goes, it gave both characters a lot of great perception.
I can't make that assessment just yet, at least because I don't know all the memories with Zelda. I like what they're doing with her so far, but like let me get there first, and then I.
Have you still not gotten there? Come
on. Actually, we're working on the memories right now. Oh, thank you for taking the time to your busy schedule to talk to us. Hope we can interview you again with news of more discoveries. Now let's get out of here. This guy won't ever let us interview him. Whew. That was my first time to be filmed for TV. That was nerve-wracking. Yes, it was. Oh, Drak, you're looking great. We made huge discoveries on your last seafloor, on our last seafloor exploration. We found an underwater cavern on Route 128. We think it's the habitat of a Pokemon that's said to have been long extinct. Uh-huh. Captain Stern, I presume? Foo, foo, foo! We of Team Aqua will assume control of your submarine! Your objections are meaningless. We expect your total cooperation. Cause Brooklyn Rage. Foo, foo, foo! Just watch and learn what Team Aqua has planned! People like to point out that I like to play the Duelist Kingdom, Joey, where everything is emphasized. And you are exactly right. It's from the harbor! The submarine, they're trying to take it! Yeah, we already heard that part. Drak, please come with me. Oh, hi there. Oh, not you again!
Archie.
You are tenacious to track us here. That much I'll give you, Yugi. But now no one can stop us. No one! Or will you follow us back to our hideout in Lily Cove City? I shouldn't have told you that, but I don't laugh right. Why? Why would Team Aqua steal my submarine explorer number 1? They can't be after the slumbering sea Pokemon at the bottom of the sea. But even if I were to chase them, I don't stand a chance against them. Plus, I don't have a submarine to chase them with. All right, so this gives us entry into the Aqua hideout.
Yay, finally.
Christmas. So we have this done. So now we can head back to Lily Cove City, and now we would be able to walk into the Aqua hideout. We wouldn't need the Aqua emblem. It would just be open to us. which will be very, very helpful. But moving back into the Zelda thing, yeah, that's kind of my final assessment on it. I'm not excited for this at all. I'm worried about whatever trailers you're gonna create for it, just because there's just too much push in current media to take good heroes, like good guys, and make them and it darken them in some way. As I like to call it, Superman syndrome.